I literally cannot make this shit up. Behind me is another case of bad spark plugs, or spark plug. This is a 2012 Kawasaki Teryx 800, and in my opinion, these are one of the worst machines. It was brought to us because it would run and it would idle fine, but it had no power. You could nail it on the floor and you would barely go 10 miles an hour. And it would die pretty much any time you let off the throttle. Now our first thought was to test the coils, because these Kawasaki's, the Teryx's and the Mules are known for coils going bad. So the first thing we did was get it fired up, had it running, and we pulled this little wire off the back coil, and nothing changed, meaning this coil was doing nothing, or at least this cylinder was doing nothing. If you pulled the wire off the front coil, it would die completely. So then I used a multimeter to measure the coil resistance across both the primary coil and the secondary coil. This one measured in spec, as did the front one. As another verification, I went ahead and swapped coils. This is actually the front one, and the front one is the back one now. I'm going to put it back later, but just as a verification, the back one still had no spark. So it wasn't a problem with the coils. And then, I'm not going to lie, I got a little scared for a second, because we had a different Teryx where this sensor down here, which is like a $300 sensor, was causing a bunch of stupid problems, and the same thing, it had no spark at the rear cylinder. But that was because it physically wasn't sending the signal. Then I decided, just to keep it simple, even though it's kind of a pain in the ass to do, and pulled the spark plug out. It does look relatively fine. It's an NGK, there's no blow by, it's kind of old, it was a little wet in there. But for the most part, this looks like a good spark plug. And when I put it in the coil on ground, it was sparking just fine. But even when I put it back in just to verify, it still was a dead hole back here. So the next step was just to throw a different spark plug in it, which is this one. They are the same thread and the same size, but they are not the same spark plug, different heat ranges, different this and that. But it was close enough to test. I believe this is actually out of a ZZR. But anyways, I got it thrown back down in there, put the wire on it, and it ran beautifully. So once again, this machine only needs spark plugs and it'll be fine. Now this is so funny because I literally just posted a video last week, I think, of a Honda Rancher with the exact same problem. Now it might have been because of different causes. That one was just a cheap old plug. This one, we're actually not even confident this boot was all the way on there when we started taking things apart. So we're wondering if it hasn't just been fuel fouled because somebody didn't get it plugged back in. But either way, we know the fix. Make sure you follow us if you want to see what dumb problem we come across next.